Good evening, Patriots. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys had an amazing Tuesday. Here we are. So we're coming in tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I've got a full day's worth of news for all of you, which means quite a bit more than I usually have. But that's good because I'm going to give you guys the rundown from the entire day. For those of you who are tuning in, please take 2 seconds and share this video. I want to get this out to as many people as possible. Try to get as many viewers on here as we can. So please hit that share button. Then when you're done with that, please hit the hearts and the likes so we can break the Facebook algorithms because, you know, they don't want people to hear us. But if you guys do that, we're going to get some people in here. Hi, Tom. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Larry. Hi, Ann. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Amy. Andy, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all being here. Give me a hashtag strength in numbers in the comments. Tuning in from Ohio, California, Virginia. Let's see. You guys are awesome. Florida, jealous. Indiana. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a great Tuesday. I've got a lot of news on the list today. I'll try to get through it as quickly as I can, but I want to make sure that I give you guys everything that I have. Whew, it's been a day. Hopefully, I know the time change kind of threw everybody off. My husband was out of town today, so yeah, I didn't have anybody to watch my youngest son, and he likes to barge in on me, so I was trying to spare you guys. I'm not, let's see, who said that? 1 second. Somebody said, please, no jokes. I'm not doing jokes tonight. I've got too much news to bring. I don't want to hold you guys up. So thank you. You can get this sweatshirt at www.primetimepatriots.org. All right, y'all. Let's dive into this. Got a lot of news, so let's get started. The first thing, I'll just go ahead and tell you that Caitlyn Jenner is talking about running for governor of California. So there is that. That was slightly shocking news to me today, but I mean, I guess at this point, nothing really surprises me. So let's get this out of the way. Let's hear what Dr. Fauci has to say about Texas COVID cases dropping despite ignoring his advice on masks and social distancing.
You mentioned Texas and that full ballpark in Arlington yesterday. There was a lot of concern last month when Texas effectively opened up, dropped all those restrictions and said it's back to life. And if you go to Texas, as you know, it looks like 2019. The restaurants and the bars are full and open. The ballparks are full. And yet we've seen cases and hospitalizations since then continue to tick downward. So what do you make of that as all of us look around and sort of try to consider how safe it is to get back to normal life?
Yeah, you know, it can be confusing because you may see a lag and a delay because often you have to wait a few weeks before you see the effect of what you're doing right now. You know, there are a lot of things that go into that. I mean, when you say that they've had a lot of activity on the outside, like ball games, I'm not really quite sure. It could be they're doing things outdoors. You know, it's very difficult to just one-on-one compare that. You just have to see in the long range. I hope they continue to tick down. If they do, that would be great. But there's always the concern when you pull back on methods, particularly things like indoor dining and bars that are crowded, you can see a delay and then all of a sudden tick right back up. We've been fooled before by situations where people begin to open up, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, several weeks later, things start exploding on you. So we got to be careful we don't prematurely judge that.
You've been pretty clear over the last.
I no offense to weather reporters, but like that dude sounded like somebody that reports the weather because you know you can just be wrong or say whatever you want to say and it's fine. You still get paid. It's all good. Okay, this is a good piece of news, you guys. You ready for this? The Oregon Department of Education is promoting an online course that claims math is racist because it requires a correct answer. I'm sorry. This class is called A Pathway to Equitable Math Instruction, and it describes itself as integrated approach to mathematics that centers Black, Latino, and multilingual students. And it provides opportunities for ongoing self-reflection as they seek to develop an anti-racist math practice. Okay, is it just me, or is this all nuts? Right? Math's racist. Trees are racist. Yeah, y'all get the picture. I ain't got to do that rundown. All right, so Vice President Kamala Harris has been in charge of the ongoing child migrant crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border, but instead of visiting the ever-increasing number of detention camps housing unaccompanied children, many of which are now far above capacity, we all know that because we've talked about it, Harris is going to be spending her week touting Joe Biden's proposed infrastructure plan and touring sites dispensing the CCP vaccine. Cool. Yeah, I mean, priorities, right? The Biden administration is reportedly considering restarting the construction of former President Donald Trump's wall along the U.S.-Mexico border as the administration struggles to maintain control of the worsening border crisis. Really? You don't say. Here's what I'll say about that. I believe it when I see it. Okay. Representative Alcee Hastings died today at age 84 following a battle with pancreatic cancer. Prayers for his family. I know what it's like to lose someone to cancer, and it hurts my heart. So I'm praying for his family. Seattle students will begin a return to in-classroom learning in April, but parents have been left shocked after learning that homeless encampments located on the grounds of 2 schools welcoming kids back will likely remain even after the schools reopen. So these homeless people in their tents are still going to be on the school lawn while the children are attending school. Representative Kevin Brady said that while Democrats' new infrastructure package contains funding for some core improvements, the social policies and corporate tax increases in it will undo any benefits the legislation will have for the economy. Yeah, we know that. We're just putting infrastructure package on the actual bill. We know that's not what it's going for. 2 people were injured and a suspect was shot and killed during an active shooter incident in Maryland today. The U.S. Navy reported that the active shooter incident took place at Fort Detrick. I believe I was reading another article. It was actually a Navy member who was the active shooter, if I'm not wrong. An Indiana man has been indicted on multiple charges, including attempted murder of 2 police officers stemming from separate riots in Portland last year, in which he is accused of throwing Molotov cocktails at law enforcement. Malik Muhammad, 24, was arrested in Indianapolis on Friday. Wonder how many mainstream media outlets are covering that. Senator John Kennedy says that the Biden infrastructure bill proposed by Democrats is actually a welfare and reparations bill that follows the agenda of the progressive Green New Deal rather than infrastructure. We're all opening our eyes now. Good. Dallas authorities have identified 6 people found dead in a suburban Dallas home in what police said was an apparent murder-suicide plot. The Allen Police Department said investigators believe that 2 brothers made a pact to kill their parents, sister, and grandmother before killing themselves. Bodies were found early Monday morning by officers performing a welfare check. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced a ban on government-mandated vaccine passports Tuesday morning. The Republican governor issued an executive order on Monday banning any regulation that would require Texans to show proof of vaccination before getting a product or service. The order also blocks all businesses or entities receiving state funds from requiring vaccine documentation. Attaboy, Greg. There's a high five from me. Good job. A Customs and Border Protection official said Monday that well over 100,000 illegal border crossers have evaded capture by patrol agents so far this year, adding the alarm already raised around the growing number of monthly apprehensions. 100,000. Wow. The Biden administration has opened another 2 emergency holding facilities used to temporarily house unaccompanied minors who illegally crossed into the United States amid the ongoing crisis at the southern border. Both facilities are located in Texas. Matt Gaetz said yesterday that he will not leave Congress and denied that he slept with an underage girl, suggesting that accusations against him stem from political foes angry that he loathes the swamp. This is a good one. A black woman was asked to adhere to a Georgetown restaurant's 90-minute seating policy and subsequently claimed racism, even comparing herself to civil rights icon Rosa Parks. The Federalist reported that Christy Riggs was with some guests at Martin's Tavern in Washington, D.C., when she was asked to comply with the restaurant's 90-minute seating policy designed to allow more people to eat at the establishment, giving the district's C-19 policies that still require restaurants to operate at 25% capacity. So, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis responded to a deceptively edited interview that CBS's 60 Minutes aired Sunday by nothing that even Democrats in the state have come to his defense. That doesn't surprise me at all, you guys. I've been to Florida not that long ago. Our our cab driver was a Democrat, clearly, and she loved Ron DeSantis because he's allowing them to choose what they want. Pennsylvania Republican Representative Scott Perry is demanding that President Biden's chief, I can't believe I just said that together, medical advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci explain why his agency bypassed oversight of a grant that funded bat-based coronavirus research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Since January, 261 California prison inmates have requested transfers to prisons aligning with their gender identity, the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation told News on Tuesday. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. Whew. Wow. In the latest weigh-in by corporate America on election reform efforts, 200 companies, including PayPal, Dow, Microsoft, and Uber, have signed a joint statement signaling their opposition to bills that critics claim impose unfair barriers to voting and whose proponents say make elections more secure. They do. I've read the bill, but yeah. Rapper DMX is on life support and continues to be in a vegetative state, according to his former manager. White House Press Secretary Jen Circleback-Girl said during Tuesday's press conference that Joe Biden speaks to former President Barack Obama and that the administration will not disclose what they talk about, despite the administration saying that it will be transparent. Transparent as mud. Let's see. The Biden administration has reportedly stepped into a pause a major highway expansion in Houston, Texas, claiming that the project is racially discriminatory and harmful to the environment. Highway expansion projects are racist. An official in Texas Attorney General's office testified during a state house hearing that the number of election fraud cases in Texas is at an all-time high. The amount is higher than our historical average by a long shot, said Jonathan White, the head of the election fraud agency within Texas. Republicans at the state and federal level are rallying against big business in light of the corporate backlash to Georgia for election reforms signed into law last month. The GOP angst over corporate influence in politics has grown steadily in the recent years. Corporate interference in the 2020 election and now big business engaging in what Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell called economic blackmail over GOP-led election reforms has catalyzed Republican anger and provoked action. Man, Mitch, if I could just believe anything you say. Man. The actions of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin in the arrest of George Floyd last year went against department policy, the city's police chief said on Monday during the hearing. The White House on Monday said officials have not pushed corporations to take specific actions like sanctioning states, several days after Joe Biden voiced his support for Major League Baseball moving its All-Star game from Georgia in retaliation for a new voting reform law. Woo, that was a mouthful. I got a couple other things for you guys. Now, Donald Trump did speak today on Newsmax. I watched the speech. I did not air it live because I knew that Facebook would take us down if I did, and that YouTube would block any YouTube pages that this is playing on because Donald Trump. Okay, so here's a sum up of what he said during his speech. He basically said that conservatives need to boycott these companies that believe that they're righteous, that they're higher than us, so on and so forth. He said if the Biden administration agrees to complete the border wall, that's a very great thing. And he actually said that, he would be impressed with that and that it's a good idea. Obviously, I mean, we all feel that way. He said Biden is weak on foreign policy, which we know. And he was asked, why did leaders of other countries not treat you the way that they're treating Joe Biden? And he said, they respected me. They don't respect Biden. They see what you and I see. Makes total sense to me. Trump will be rolling out more endorsements in the coming weeks, he said on the interview as well. So be looking out for those. I know that we dropped those on our Telegram. There's other places to find them as well. Let's see. A 2-year-old boy was shot in the head this morning while riding in a car on Chicago's famed Lakeshore Drive, just hours after 7 people were shot and wounded in a fight a few miles away. Lordy, pray for Chicago, you guys. Let's see. There was another thing I wanted to say. Save the best for last. You guys ready for this? Arkansas state legislature voted today to overturn a veto by Governor Asa Hutchinson of a bill banning transgender surgeries and other treatments for people under 18, making the state the first in the union to do so. The Arkansas Senate voted 25-8 to reject the governor's veto after the House voted 75-25 to approve the bill. A majority in both chambers was needed to override the vote. Both are controlled by Republican majorities. Hutchinson justified his veto by saying that the bill was far too expensive. Wow. That's where it's at. I think that's all of it, you guys. I tried to wrap it up as quick as I could. A lot of news today. None of it's lovely as usual. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We will be going live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be all of us, Suni, Blake, and I. Please make sure you check out our website, www.primetimepatriots.org. Buying our merch helps support our movement. We appreciate that very much. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. I love you all. God bless you all. God bless America. I'll see you guys tomorrow.